All you know, all you've seen, is just a piece of a bigger picture. When was the last time you felt like that? For me, it was when I realized how different the next 10 years will be from the last 10 years and what that means for our business. I'm Markus Witte, CEO at Babbel, and what I'd like you to hear and what I'd like to share today is some backgrounds about the company, and I'd also like to extend an invitation. Get to that in a minute. Now, Babbel is a company that's driven by a very strong mission. That's the reason why we get out of bed every morning, and I think, to get back to what Marco just said, it's not just about these two things. It's also to be successful, you need to know where you're going long term and why you are on that journey. For us, this is three basic concepts. It's everyone. Everyone as in not a niche market, not a product for specialists, for nerds. It's something, and we got that in our heads very early on, like dental floss, that everybody uses, or at least should use. Learning is at the core of what we do. It's not only that we sell a learning product, we're a learning company from the beginning and in the very core of what we do. We've been learning how to do this the hard way, as probably every startup that makes it. We've worked with the setbacks and made something out of that as a company and as individuals. That's so important for us. And then languages. Languages, the multiplicity of them, the variety, the diversity. That's what makes us tick. The languages help us to bridge between geographies. They help us to talk across our differences. That's so important for us. Now, what we make of that, what do we make of all this? Guess what? It's an app. It's the app that gets people to learn new languages. Whether you just want to order your döner in Turkish, or if you want to have a full conversation with your Swedish in-laws in Swedish, Babbel will get you there. It works for really everybody, even and especially for people who feel that they are not very good at learning languages, like myself, for instance. And when I say it works, there's proof for that. One proof point is we asked our customers, and they said that after just 5 hours of using the app, they were comfortable with having the first conversation, real-life conversation in a new language. And that's why you learn a new language, right? To have a conversation in your real life. And then we did some more academic study with City University in New York. And what they said is that to get the proficiency ad of a whole college semester, you need to use the Babbel app for a total of 15 hours across 2 months. I think that's remarkable. And of course, it's best of breed. Otherwise, I wouldn't be on this stage, I guess. So that works for the user, and it also works for the business. So there's the other side of this is a solid business. One indicator for that is that last year on this stage, I announced that we had crossed the 1 million paying subscriber mark, which was quite something for us. And today, I can announce that we are worldwide the #1 top grossing language learning app of all. That's pretty cool. Being #1 feels good. But then again, we are only at 1 million, or what we have now is, of course, more than that, is just a fraction of the actual audience. more than 1 billion people are learning languages worldwide. It's a vast market. And we are so tiny yet in that market. We want more. And what we also see is that when I talk to our customer service people, what they get back from customers, they also want more. Because an app is a great starting point to learn a language. And also, if you progress, an app helps you to keep it up and to train. But what we see is that when people get to a higher proficiency level, they start to add other learning methods. And that's actually good. It is a good thing to combine more than one method. Go to a real-life language school. It's a great thing. Watch a TV series in a foreign language. It does help. Get a personal tutor. Use a book, for God's sake. All that is good. All that helps. But what do we make of it as a company? We have been very heads down and focused on our customers and us for almost 10 years now. And that was good. It got us to where we are. But now, we're opening up. Because our learners want more, and there are great companies in the language learning space. Most of them are not very digital. And we don't want to eat their lunch. We want to partner up because we think that together we can serve the customer needs better than if we compete with them. We don't want to build a language school. We want to work with them. And that is a very good thing, I think, that we can deliver to our users. And it's not only, that was the next step, companies out of the language learning space that are interesting for us. We saw that partnering goes beyond that. And we ended up with a number of very interesting partners. So we teamed up with Netflix. We worked with Flixbus. We have a collaboration going with Airbnb. And next month, and that's pretty exciting for me, we will launch a completely new product together with Cambridge English Language Assessment. That's an exciting thing. Now, you probably know, if you're an entrepreneur or an investor or work in a company, you know that for all the good things that I'm sharing here, there are many things that didn't take flight. And I won't talk about them, don't worry. But how do you deal with that? How do you deal with a company where you have a core business that's solid, growing, very successful, and still you want to get to the small things that can be huge in the future? For us, what we did is we separated a whole business unit that does that, and that's not very coupled to the rest of the company. It's led by my co-founder, and it's focused on doing not really crazy things, but new things that wouldn't get a lot of priority if they would compare with a main business. And that is where we can start in a nimble way to work with new partners, try out things, and once they work, we can scale them up with the reach and with the business that we have. But this is a beginning again. And it's weird. I stood on this stage last year, and the year before, and the year before, and I said, this is just the beginning. And guess what? Again, 10 years after we started this, I can wholeheartedly say, this is just the beginning. And it's not only a beginning this time, it's an invitation. I said that in the beginning, I absolutely mean it. So if you see how your business or a business you're invested in can work for our customers, can help them learn languages better, we're prepared to do whatever to make their learning experience better together with you. So I invite you to be a part of this as a cooperation partner or as a language learner. No, both. So go learn a language. Thank you.